Schön, dass du auch heute wieder bei Energy On dabei bist. Beim heutigen Video geht es um den zweiten Teil von dem Interview, das ich letzte Woche mit Burcu Katmer gemacht habe. Sie ist eine international anerkannte Atem-Trainerin. Und wir haben da ein Interview gemacht, das war wirklich super spannend. Sie hat einige Atemübungen gezeigt und wir haben auch prinzipiell über die Wichtigkeit von richtigem Atmen gesprochen und was mit dem Atmen in uns eigentlich passiert. Und den zweiten Teil von diesem Video, den siehst du jetzt hier. Ich wünsche dir ganz viel Freude und genieße es. And what I also, because now with this technique you showed before, it helps to calm down, yeah. But I think with breathing, it's also the other way around. You know, I think breathing is so it's like a real transformation because it can, calms it from 100 to almost 0, and then you feel really safe. And then on the other side, it can also, do the other way around, because from 0 to 100 to 100, yeah. And I think this is very, transformative, and it also, brings you really in the actual moment. When you're breathing, or consciousness breathing brings you really into the actual moment.
Yeah, sure. When I discovered that our body answers, our body reflects also to the thoughts that we have, not only the things happening around in the physical environment, but also the thoughts that we have. It's called the neuroception. Normally our nervous system gets the info of how we feel inside, what we think of, how we feel in the physical environment. So when you discovered that part, you discover that your nervous system always seeks for a balance. If you have the thoughts in your mind that are always about the past, that you couldn't get something, or about the projections of the future that you're anxious about, then you cannot really live in the moment, and the message from your mind to your body is always we are in danger. So you cannot feel secure, and breathing is the key part also to discover what to think of. Your mindful attention cannot be in two other parts in the same moment. So when you're aware of your breathing, you can discover your thoughts, and you can say, okay, I see you. You're valuable, but I would like to take my mindful attention to my breath now. That's the first point. And about the energizing part, when we discovered the system of nervous system, the principles of nervous system, sympathetic and parasympathetic nervous system works as if they have a break in the middle. If you're so down, as you said, you need something to energize you. Or if you're so in fight or flight mode, you need something to calm you down. We sometimes feel depressed, or we don't have the motivation to do something. Then we can also use our breathing techniques to energize. Okay, it's time to move. In a very simple way, I can say that if you slower your breath voluntarily, you make the calmer part. The break works for parasympathetic nervous system to dominate parasympathetic nervous system. If you voluntarily heighten your speed of breath voluntarily with your control, then you can have the sympathetic nervous system, because we all need these two parts. We just look for a balance. So when I feel demotivated and when I need something to do, I can have some breaths like this. Or even like this. And even after 10 breaths, you feel more energized, and you have the motivation to make what you need to do what you need to do. So if you have the chance to observe the way you breathe, and you have the power to voluntarily control your breath, it's possible to energize or to calm down.
Wow.
Yeah.
And just, now you are kind of the expert and the profi on breathing, but how often do you use it per day? It's almost, you all probably know it, but then really use it in the actual situation.
Yeah.
That's then the to remember and when you really need it. Yeah. So do you have some hints on
Yeah.
how you really can, think about, remember, and then really actually use it when you need it?
I use it through the day. I mean, the breathing techniques for calming down or energizing, I always use through the day. Whenever I have the breathing meditation in the morning, I have the chance to observe myself. How do I feel now? And what do I need now? Sometimes
Mm-hmm.
I suddenly discover that I'm so down, so I have the breathing technique to energize. Or sometimes, as we told before, we can use some techniques to calm down. But for this, I need a proper breathing awareness meditation, that just taking the mindful attention to your breath without any technique, your natural breath. And if you do this every day, you have the chance to observe the way that you breathe or the way that you feel in a definite moment. Then you can use the breathing techniques. For proper breathing, I mean, you just started the breathing techniques and you need to relearn proper breathing for your overall health. You need at least 1 month with maybe 3 times a day with definite practices to use your diaphragm or diaphragm and also other parts, your lung capacity. You have definite techniques for maybe 1 month. But then when you use the breathing awareness meditation every day, you observe, as I said, how you feel and how you breathe, and then you can use the breathing technique. So we can look at this as a whole. When you started all that practices, you need time for yourself for the meditation, even maybe 5 minutes a day. But when you use it every day, then you have the chance to use breathing techniques to balance your nervous system. The key point is to be able to observe how you breathe in a definite moment. So
Yeah, I
it
think
has
that's
different parts, but to use breathing techniques is so helpful, and to I use them through the day. But to use them, first I have to discover how I feel and how I breathe, and it has the importance of breathing awareness meditation. Actually, I use all of them every day.
well, that was very helpful, because I think it's so true what you're saying. The most important part of this is awareness. Yeah, that
Yeah.
I'm really aware. How do I feel right now, and what do I need? And then I can apply the different practices. Yeah, but if I don't know, then I can't use it properly. Yeah.
Sure, because we all know in an informational level, in a cognitive level, is taking deep breaths help when you feel anxious, when you feel angry, fear, or others. But to use it, as you said, you have to have the awareness first to remember to use. So we use the breathing awareness meditation every day, that we can maybe strengthen the connection with our breath. Then we can use all the techniques for our aim.
Wow. So I definitely will work more on breathing, on my breathing.
Hope so. I'm here for you.
Okay, thank you. Um, so if somebody's, before I come to this question, I have one thing. As you know, energy is really my life. I'm totally fascinated by energy. So my question to you is, what do you do to increase your energy? Can you share 3 things of your daily life, what you do to increase your energy?
I guess it's a key question, especially for this period, pandemic period. I discovered lots of different ways because I had so much time to be with myself and to be in our spaces, to be in our spaces and in a limited space. So I observed myself and I looked for what works best on me. I mean, what is the most helpful thing? I mean, it changes in time, but for that period of my life, I can say that I dance a lot because I discovered that motion is so important for human nature. We are always active in our minds, but for our body, we are not so active and we need it. So whenever I felt down, or whenever I need some motivation, first I move. And when I have a thought in my mind, and I say, oh, why does it happen, and try to solve something, I now say myself, first move, then think of it, because it really changes your mood and the way that you look at things. So the first part for me with breath, also moving and dancing in a natural way. I mean, just having your body move helps a lot. Also, the studies on nervous system says the same thing. First, we have to work again on our bodies. It's not only working cognitive, so we need our bodies to feel. So I dance a lot. I use awareness for every moment. I mean, I can be aware of my way of cooking or my way of washing the dishes, everything. There was a very interesting study in Florida State University that the students that use awareness by washing the dishes experienced much more positive emotions. I say positive because of, the happiness. I don't believe in positive and negative emotions, but in the study they say that they feel higher moods because they use that awareness thing. And it's also a meditation, by the way. If you use the mindful attention, it's always a meditation, whatever you do. So I use also the mindful attention for everything, not only sitting for a meditation, but also for everything that I do during the day. And the third one, I use my voice with breath also. Because normally we are all maybe taught that using sounds like this, it's not normal if you're in an environment, right? But no. Yeah, we are all taught of this. But now I feel that I need to use my voice and my breath together. And it really helps to, get rid of that energy that is stuck in my body. I don't know how you feel about it, but I guess it's also so important for living the energy, right? Expressing it or discovering it. So, especially for this period, I can say that now dancing with breath, also having the mindful attention for everything that I do as far as I can do, and also having my sound, hearing my own sound helped a lot.
Wow. Thank you so much for sharing. I think it's very, very helpful. Yeah. And if there are people that would like to know or to learn more about you, so I will link your homepage.
Sure.
Under the video. And is there any other information? What's the name of your podcast? Or but I think it's in Turkish only, right?
Yeah, my podcasts are only in Turkish now. If I say the name in English, it's the women who are looking for their tribes. But I'm now broadcasting in Turkish. And I also have an 8-week program for breathing techniques, mindfulness, compassion, and nervous system, neuroscience. It's all into it. And I have an 8-week program now. I use also private sessions to work together in this period. Yeah, that's all I can say.
Oh, that's quite a lot. And so people can find this information on your webpage, or?
Sure, and maybe it's easy for everyone now to connect through Instagram. I have an Instagram account with my name, so they can also connect from there. And I'll be so happy if they have questions about breathing, awareness, or any other things that they would love to share. I'll be very happy to connect through them.
Okay. Burcu, thank you so much for, sharing all this information and breathing techniques with us. And thank you so much, and soon.
Thank you too. It is always valuable for me to have that connection and to have the space and time to talk about all this. Thank you very much.
We thank you, and it's impressive how much you know about breathing. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Nice to hear that.
Yeah, definitely, you're the expert.
Thank you. Have a nice day, everyone.
Yeah, you too.
So lovely to be together. Thank you.
Ich hoffe, euch hat dieses inspirierende Interview mit Burcu genauso gefallen wie mir. Also ich finde es wirklich phänomenal. Ich habe ganz viel daraus mitgenommen. Eben auch, wie wichtig die richtige Atemtechnik ist, um im jeweiligen Moment zu sein. Und dass es auch ganz wichtig ist, mehr Achtsamkeit und Bewusstsein für die jeweilige Tätigkeit mitzubringen. Also viel Erfolg und viel Freude beim Ausprobieren der verschiedenen Möglichkeiten. Ich werde es auf jeden Fall versuchen, in meinen Alltag umzusetzen. Wie du Burcu findest, das verlinke ich noch hier unter dem Video. Vielleicht magst du dich ja direkt mit ihr connecten. Ich kann es dir nur empfehlen, sie ist wirklich eine super inspirierende Frau. Falls dir das Video gefallen hat, dann hinterlass hier einen Daumen nach oben oder teile es mit Leuten, wo du glaubst, denen dieses Video auch gefallen würde. Du kannst auch einen Kommentar hier hinterlassen oder mir unter info@corneliakavan.com schreiben. Ich freue mich über alle Nachrichten und über den Austausch mit dir. Bis dahin wünsche ich dir alles Gute. Energy on. Deine Cornelia.